Hi guys, so let's see some basic thumb rules to be followed for a easy electrical design. So first starting with the capacitor design for power factor correction. In case you are going to have a capacitor for a motor, the size of the capacitor you should design is 1 by third of the HP motor into 0.12 into kilowatt of the motor. So from the HP of the motor, from the kilowatt of the motor, you will be able to size the capacitor size for a motor. So going for transformer now. So transformer which is less than 315 kVA, you should select 5% of kVA rating, and which is in the range of 315 kVA to 1000 kVA, you should select 6% of the kVA rating. And transformer which is above 1 MVA, that is 1000 kVA, you should select 8% of the kVA rating of a transformer. Depending upon the size you select, you can just select the percentage of kVA for a capacitor calculation. Going for earth resistance value, earth resistance value should be less than 5 ohm as per NEC standard. So as per NEC norms, you should be maintaining a earth resistance of less than 5 ohms. And going for a voltage variation, so what should be the range of a voltage in case you have a 33 kVA above voltage? So in case of for a 66 kVA, it should be minus 12.5% to plus 10%. That should be the range of variation you should have. In case the voltage level is less than 33 kVA, so equal to 33 or less than 33 kVA, 11 kVA or 33 kVA, you should have minus 9% to 6% variation. So on going for a low voltage or medium voltage, that is 415 or 420, so you should have minus 6 percentage to plus 6 percentage. That should be the variation you should maintain. And sanction load demand. So sanction load demand in the sense maximum demand you can have. So in case you have a 6 kilowatt load demand, you can use single phase 230 volt supply. In case you have a voltage wattage of 6 watt to 100 kVA or 100 kilowatt, you can use 3 phase 440 volt system. In case you have a load of 100 kVA to 2500 kVA, you can use 11 kV, 22 kV, 33 kV. So that can be used till 33 kV. In case you have a load of above 2500 kVA, you can suggestion for a 66 kVA system. So these are the load sanction load demand you should maintain depending upon your load factor. Going for connections, you should maintain as per the voltage level. So in case you have 240 volt system, the load less than 5 kilowatt. So in case you have 415 volt 3-phase system, and it should be the load less than 100 kVA. Under this 11 kV system, you should maintain a load of 3 MVA, less than 3 MVA. And for 22 kV system, you should maintain less than 6 MVA of load. And for 33 kV system, you should be maintaining a load of 12 MVA. So this factors mainly depending upon the designing of a substation. In case you design a substation level, so depending upon the load factor, so in case you want to have 66 kV as a line, you should be maintaining a total load of the system should be less than 20 MVA. And in case you are going for 110 kV system, you should be having a total load of less than 40 MVA. For above 40 MVA, you can suggest 220 kV or 400 kV. So let's move to cable coding. So cable coding is quite important. So each letter and the cable represents certain description about the cable. So for a letter A, it represents aluminum cable. For a copper cable, it doesn't have any code. For 2X, it represents XLPE. So and F represent flat armored, and W represent wire armored. So you have two armored, right? Flat and wire. Each is denoted by F and W. So and Y represent outer PVC insulation sheet. So outer cover will be made of PVC. So and W represent steel round wire, and WW represent steel double round wire armored. So and Y represent steel double strip armored, and FR represent fire retardant, and L represent low smoke. So you will be having low smoke fire retardant FRLS, right? So this is the explanation of FRLS cable. So fire retardation low smoke cable. And going with substation capacity and short circuit current capacity. So starting with 220 volt single phase system, the total load or substation capacity will be up to 6 kVA. The maximum short circuit current is 6 kiloamps for 1 to 3 seconds. Going with 415 volt 3 phase system, it is 6 kVA to 150 kVA is the maximum load you can be using it, and the maximum short circuit current is 10 kiloamps for 1 to 3 seconds. In case you have 11 kV system, the maximum substation capacity is 150 kVA to 1.5 MVA. So 1500 kilowatt can be maximum used in 11 kV system, and the short circuit current will be 25 kiloamps for 1 to 3 seconds, and for 33 kV it is 1.5 MVA to 5 MVA max, and maximum short circuit current is 35 kiloamps for 1 to 3 seconds, and 66 kVA it is up to 80 MVA. So short circuit will be 25 kiloamps, and for 123 kV it is up to 150 MVA, and short circuit current will be 32 kiloamps. And going for 220 kV system, it is up to 320 MVA, and 40 kV is the maximum short circuit current, and for 400 kV system up to 1000 MVA, and short circuit is 40 kiloamps for 1 to 3 seconds. So this is the voltage level and the maximum short circuit current capacity of each voltage level. This substation capacity and short circuit current will be quite useful when you are going to design a substation. So in case you are going to design a 33 kV substation, so the fault level will be maximum of 35 kVA, 35 kiloamps. So you should select an apparatus or a device which should be capable of withstanding that short circuit current. So these are quite important for a design. Let's see the approximate RPM of a motor depending upon the HP rating. So when you use a motor less than 10 HP, its RPM would be around 750 RPM. And when you're using a motor HP of 10 to 30 HP, its RPM would be around 600 RPM. When you increase in HP, the RPM of a motor reduces. So when you're using 30 to 125 HP of motor, so RPM would be around 500. And we are using 125 to 300 HP of motor, its RPM would be around 375 RPM. So when you increase the HP of a motor, its RPM will be decreasing gradually. Thank you.